Hey everyone, Suzi here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we're gonna have the calendar up. The summoning events have been confirmed, but only for 1 week or 2. So how does that affect your decisions to summon, especially for Count Dracula? This is a very important discussion for when to summon. So let's dive in. Alright, so there are a couple of things to consider. We have the normal summoning banners, so to speak, with rare summoning crystals and diamonds. We have the Nyx Helga, we have the Dr. Van Helsing and the Pick Your Own, and we have the Lady Amina Guaranteed Limited Hero. So there's that all as one. But then we also have the consideration of the Count Dracula summons, which go along with the Scarlet Feast Master Summoner event to get a guaranteed Dracula within 90 summons. But that does not mean you summon on his banner specifically right away. We also have to consider the Gone and Carnelian banner. And even more so, what about the coming weeks? What banners are going to come on May 2nd? What banners are going to come on May 9th? We have until May 10th to figure this out and to decide how to use your summons wisely. So this is a very important discussion. I think a lot of people are going to have regrets if they're not careful. I think it's very possible that on May 2nd or May 9th, they could put up a brand new Lord or Ivar, Nastia, Ingrid, Praetus, someone that otherwise people want as well. And if that happens, people might regret instantly pulling for Dracula. You don't have to instantly pull for Dracula. So why and how? We're going to start with the Dracula Ancient Summoning conversation. And I will put in a timestamp for chapters for when we switch to the limited pity swap discussion. Now, you actually can pity swap, kind of, on this banner too, so to speak. Because if you're someone like me that is close to your ancient pity, if you 100% know you're hitting a lord within the next 90 summons, you know, like there's more, you know, from previous pulls, whatever, then you need to be careful of pulling on this banner if you don't need Rivenhold. I already have an Awaken 1 Rivenhold. I'd rather get my first Gone, who's getting a nice buff, right? So there are a couple ways to go about it. I will talk about the pity swap way, which is a little bit risky to me. So personally, I'm deep into my pity, you know, I'm 100 plus in whatever it is. What you can do is pull for Count Dracula carefully. Try so that way you start accruing the 90 summons on this banner. Try to stop before you hit a legendary Lord guarantee for the soft pity count, just like you would for the other banners. So, you know, let's say, I wish I could see everything now, but we can't. But if it's like 180, you know, you stop at 170, right? That kind of thing in mind, okay? So then you would switch to the banner with the Lord you want to pull. Hopefully, if that's the case, if you want a Gone, you could do that. Or if you don't want Gone or Rivenhold, if you want someone else and you want to see what Moonton does for the next couple weeks, because we have until May 10th to do your 90 summons for Dracula, you can wait and pull or wait for those announcements for future weeks. We don't know what those are yet. Some people have been like, but they announced all the banners. No, they didn't. They only announced the Collab banners. But what other banners are going to happen for the next 3 weeks? Well, I guess 2 weeks technically. But yeah, the next 2 weeks, we don't know. So if this wasn't Gone, if this was something I already had, let's say it was Valderon and Carnelian again, which would make sense too. If it was that, I wouldn't touch my summons personally. I would just wait until the other banners are announced and then decide later. So the risky option would be if you know you're going to have, number one, you have to have more than 90 summons to do this idea, right? If you're barely going to scratch by hitting 90 summons by May 10th, just wait and save them and make your decisions later for pulling on this Dracula banner, or just pull whatever. Especially if you want Rivenhold, which he's a very good lord. I'm not saying he's not. I just already have him. If you want Rivenholds and you're happy to get a Rivenholds or two, and you want Dracula, then just pull on this straight up, no problems, no questions asked. But for those that don't want Rivenholds, this is where the considerations are. I hope that makes sense, guys, because the idea is, let's say I already have over 100 summons. So if let's say I'm 20 away from hitting Soft Pity for Lords. So maybe I don't risk, or maybe I pull 20 on this banner, or 10 on this banner just to get started. And then I switch to this banner. Boom, I hit my Lord. Now, job done. I go back. And anything else, I'll just put my 90 into Dracula. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Why? Because again, we don't know what's coming for the next 2 weeks. So just because you have 90 summons and you're ready to go, or you're just going to pull everything and hope you get as many copies of him as possible, like, you do want to keep in mind of other banners. Now, this is a limited event, so that's something to consider too. If you're looking to get 2, 3, 4, 5 copies of Dracula, then just go full YOLO, go all in on this banner, because you want as many chances to get him as you can. You can pull multiple copies of him along the way to get that 90. It's a normal boosted rate banner, so it's not like you're only getting one and that's it. Keep that in mind as well. That's another factor here too. If you know you need many copies of Dracula, at least more than 2, then just pull everything in this banner regardless of hitting 90, going over 90, whatever. That's what your goal is, because this is a limited event and we may or may not ever see it again. We don't even know at this point. It sounds like they're gonna rerun things, but they might not rerun this one again, or maybe not for a while, because they just did it twice. Who knows? Who knows, guys? I don't know. But I really do fear that, what if on May 9th, 2 days before this ends, or a day before this ends, sorry, what if they pop an amazing new lord? Or what if they pop, just like, I need an Iovar. What if it's Iovar for me? And then I would be really upset if let's say if I had already pulled everything in the Count Dracula banner and didn't try to pull some for Iovar too, Like, obviously at the end of the day, no matter what I do or you guys do, if you're trying to get a copy of Dracula and you want to have that guarantee, you still got to make sure you have 90 by the end of that date for the event, right? You need that 90 either way. So this is only still a discussion if you're, maybe not gonna hit much more than 90, or, you're not sure. But still, you still can save. There's no reason you can't save your summons until the very end of the event. There's no reason to have to pull all of them right now if you want to be smart for future potential banners. So what am I going to do exactly for the Dracula collab event? This is a little bit wishy-washy, because for me, I do want God. He's new for me. I don't have a single copy. He's got a buff. He's a very good defender and now a defense damage dealer at the same time. So I love that idea. I'm really, really hopeful to get him. So I think personally, I'm going to double check my count. If I'm within a few, I don't even know. See, this is the hard part. I don't want to risk popping any Lord Pity on a early. Watch, you can get a Lord early. You don't have to do the pity swapping. You can always get the thing you're not trying to get early. So I don't think I want to risk getting an A2 Rivenhold instead of my first gone. So I think personally, I'm just going to straight pull on the Gom banner until I hit gold, Lord. Then I'm going to save my summons to see what happens in the coming weeks. And again, I think I'm going to just wait to see what is announced, right? And maybe not make any decision on when I pull for Count Dracula until we know what's happening the week of the 9th and 10th when this banner ends. That's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm always subject to change my mind and just say, screw it. Let's just grab my Dracula after I pop a Lord Pity on this banner. It's possible I might decide to do that and just hope that if something else comes, I have enough later on. But this is only until the 27th, guys. This is only till Monday, so there could be another banner on the 2nd. There could be another banner on the 9th, and I could have nothing if I went all in on Dracula now. So I don't think that's smart. I don't think that's smart. I want to at least have chances to maybe pull some other heroes, because I know no matter what, I'm pulling 90 for this banner. All right, I hope all that discussion made sense, and I'll try to further describe it if I need to in a TLDR format, but it's such a complicated thing to talk about, so I really wanted to take a proper moment to focus on this situation. I really hope this affects your guys', helps you in a positive way to affect your decisions on how you pull, because we don't know what's coming and you want to pull wisely in case there's something even better as a Lord than the two that we see right here. Okay, now let's go to the other discussion of pity swapping Lady Mina guaranteed legendary hero. So we always try to do those pity swaps with these banners because it's about maximizing the amount of gold you get for the same or just a few more amount of summons. So this ideal scenario, honestly, it doesn't really matter how much you get because, okay, this is a hard thing to say. How do I say this? The ideal scenario is you just pull on Lady Mina banner, you get a couple other legendaries along the way that you really want in your account, and you stop at 199. And don't pull that one more. 199. Stop. Then you switch to this Dr. Helsing banner. You put in a hero that you want. You put in and you pop a pity. Boom. You hit him. Oh, hey, you got Dr. Van Helsing. Perfect. Your pity is reset at that point, right? You switch back to this banner. You pull one single summon to hit 200. And you hit another pity to grab your Lady Mina. But that pity was a cost of 1 instead of 200. That is the idea with pity swapping, is that for the same amount of summons, you add another legendary that's just considered a bonus to the mix. So let's say worst case scenario, you're at 0 pity now, your last summon exactly was a legendary. The smart thing to do would be to summon on Lady Mina, or like the worst case scenario, you summon 160 pulls and no gold. Totally possible, more than likely. You could pull one more 170 something and stop before that 180 soft pity, but goddamn, I'm superstitious there. I always seem to hit when I'm like, just one more, it's fine. I'm not at pity yet. I'm not at soft pity yet, even. I always get that gold. And then if you hit Lady Mina early, the event is over and there is no idea of pity swapping. And you don't want to hit Lady Mina deep in past the 100, especially when that would be that, you know, you're getting rid of the chance to get her for a cheaper cost of a guaranteed pity. So, okay, you pull 160, no Lady Mina. Fine. You swap here. You do 110 pull. Maybe there's nothing there either. You start pulling singles. Maybe because you know you're now into your 170s, maybe 180, depending on exactly the number you stopped at. And you hit your Lord, or you hit your legendary, and then boom, come back, do your 40 other pulls for Lady Mina. Now this still goes in line no matter what happens. Let's say if you pull 20 pulls on this banner, 30 pulls on this banner, 50, 100, whatever pulls on this banner, and you hit golds, you just stop before your next soft pity hit, switch banners, hit gold, come back. The idea is stopping before you hit a gold, ideally, if you can control it, to where you don't accidentally get Lady Mina early, so you can guarantee her at that bonus spot. So you're boom, boom, back and forth between the two. Now, I know there's another banner here, but sorry, Nyx and Helga, we're not going to talk about it. You don't need these two heroes compared to so many others that you can manually select with the Dr. Van Helsing banner. Plus, he's so fun. He's good. He's fun. I love him. Yeah, you kind of want him. So I think if anything, there's a huge debate here. Like, it depends on if you like Lady Mina or Dr. Van Helsing more, which one you want the Awakenings for more. I think I'll be having a collab with Fastidious that may answer this question soon. This is my debate of which one do I like more. I don't know yet personally, because I'm quite a fan of piercers for someone who doesn't have an Iovar. It's fine. But yeah, I don't know. But this conversation, I hope, again, was helpful to help you guys to pull wisely. Now, when it comes to Lady Mina, this banner also goes until the 10th. So I would say you could wait to see what happens over the future weeks as well. Because after this banner, then what? What's going to happen on May 1st? What's going to happen on May 8th? We don't know yet. What if that's something you really, really, really want? Or a new hero? So that is another consideration as well. There's no reason to have to do your full pulls for Lady Mina here, especially if you're limited on your summons. Like, I'm not limited on these summons, so I'm just going to do it all the first day. Not Thursday, wait till Friday. So this is a wait till Friday so you can pity swap, because the Dr. Van Helsing banner doesn't start until the 24th. Wait till Friday is your answer for when to summon for here at least, so you can pity swap. And I would think, honestly, that most people are just going to want to keep pulling on this banner. But again, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. So I'm not going to pull every single thing I got to try to max out Dr. Van Helsing or to try to get whoever I choose here more Awakenings. I'm just going to do my pity swap, get Lady Mina, and then stop. That's my plan for this banner. Pull on this banner until I stop before soft pity, before hitting Lady Mina, ideally. Switch to Dr. Van Helsing, then I'm going to get one legendary on this banner, only one, even if it's not Dr. Van Helsing or this character, who cares, I'm stopping. And then you come back here, I'm going to pop my Lady Mina, and then I'm going to stop until I see what the other banners are for the coming weeks. Because if they release something really, really amazing that I decide to pull for first, I might decide not to pull for more Awakenings, but that is something I'm debating as well, because no matter what, these are limited heroes. She is limited, he is limited. So I think the smart choice for most people, regardless of what banners they throw at us for the coming weeks, is just going to be pull for duplicates here or here, whichever one you prefer, if you can, because they're limited. And you don't want to have to use soul stones on them if you don't have to, right? You want to save them for others if you can. But it is a perfectly good use of soul stones on a limited hero if you decide to do so. I don't think Dr. Van Helsing or Lady Mina are probably soul stone worthy now. Maybe Lady Mina. Her buff seems pretty good. I know she was pretty broken before and worth them before, but again, debatable. And I will debate that and try to analyze deeper with Fastidious on the choices there and which one you should pull dupes for and all that stuff too. But I do think you should ignore this banner. But it's up to you whether you want to wait and be mindful of the future events to come for the following weeks, because we do have until May 10th to decide to make this Lady Mina banner happen. So there technically is no rush. Dr. Van Helsing banner goes to the 10th as well. There's technically no rush. So be smart. If you're a super, super min-max saver, especially free to play, I would almost say you don't pull anything for any summons unless you're trying to get gone, because this one only ends on the 27th. Unless you're trying to get gone first before like Rivenhold or whatever your choices may be there, you could almost just wait until the event's about to end and resist the urge and the excitement, and then pull based on whatever happens for the next coming weeks. But it really does depend. Do you already have the heroes? Are you hoping for just one copy? Do you want to max them out because they're limited and this is your best chance to do so? Take all those factors into consideration, and yeah, I'm excited for the event though. I love this event. It was so much fun. I will be posting videos on the Dracula's castle stuff. The Transylvania exploration videos will come for the Vlad Dracula event as well. We will get him for free. That will be fun again as well, and I'm gonna be selling him, so hey, free resources, I guess, whatever, it happens. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope this conversation was helpful. I think I spent about 10 minutes talking about each banner or type of summon choices, and I feel like it's a good analysis to, you know, or a good starting point for people to have their own individual analysis of what they need based on the number of heroes from this collab that you're really trying to get. And also trying to avoid a FOMO or regrets if something super exciting comes in the next coming weeks that you might care more about than the limited time event. But at the end of the day, remember, this is a limited time event. And even though they brought it back once already, they could never bring it back again. Who knows? I kind of think it'd be smart if they just waited till Halloween, but not this Halloween because it's too soon. It just happened. No, don't do it every 6 months, literally. It's too much. Maybe next year Halloween and then start doing it every Halloween would be fun, I think. But that's a personal opinion. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video and hanging out with me. Good luck on your summons. I would say not starting tomorrow, though, ideally for most people. Wait to summon to do pity swapping. And in the meantime, check out my other videos here, and I will see you in the next video.